Here we are for the NFL Divisional Round best bets and also talking about the national championship picks. Before we get into today's picks, we're going to be going over our recaps of last week's wild card weekend. Nick, you can lead us off.
Yeah, I was 1-1. The one we picked at least once, that was Josh Allen's anytime touchdown. He had his tush push. He almost had two tush pushes. One was a 20-yard tush push,
That
and the
was
other
crazy.
one was a 1 yard that he like barely got in and got demolished on. And then the other one, unfortunately, was our Eagles. They let us down big time. I mean, just the -4.5, they didn't even fucking win the game. So that was brutal. 1-1 on the week for me.
Nice. And Jake, how'd you do?
We went 2-0 over here, so we did all right. We had Puka with the over on his receiving yards. I mean, that's just kind of been a given no matter what. Him and Stafford just kind of been on a different
And
tear.
if he had that catch in the first half, it would have been like a buck
That
50.
would have hit in the first half.
It
Yeah.
That
would
ended
have
up
been
hitting in the fourth
It
quarter,
was
right?
it
yeah,
got a little
it hit
tight in that
late.
third. The third quarter was a little slow for the Rams. Well, they had like a turnover
They
and
had
they
turnover, and then
they just didn't have
the
the ball
Panthers kind
much.
of
Probably
yeah,
they had a
they
couple
kind
short
of ball
fields
controlled for
too.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did get tight, but yeah, he ended up cruising by it.
yeah.
Yeah, you
And
get that.
then what? The other one was the
Was
Caleb
Caleb
Williams over 1.5 touchdown passes, which
also looked a little
Real
scary
tight.
early. Yeah, yeah. Also, like
hey
what are we
man,
doing,
that's why they play
Packers?
4 quarters. That's why they play 4 quarters.
I mean, I love it. That's crazy. So you went
So
2-0. That's awesome. I
and
went
where
one
do
and
you go?
How'd you
one.
do, Matt?
My Patriots -3.5. It was not the game I was
Easiest bet of
expecting,
all time.
but never a doubt in that
Yeah,
one. And Steelers +3 against the Texans definitely felt like there wasn't a doubt in the first half when it was 7-6. I'm like, give me a nice, easy, close, tight, ugly game. And the Texans just broke it out in the second half.
yeah.
36 was insane.
I mean, the Steelers were never
They
going to
have
gain a yard. I mean, they
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 weren't going to do
didn't.
just
anything. That's the
they
best
had to only
defense in the
throw.
league. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, they
they
are
needed to
so
throw
good.
the ball. They couldn't throw the ball because they couldn't run the ball, so they just pinned their ears back and they just
Ah,
after.
just
It
worst
was.
worst matchup for them. That was
Yeah,
insane. But
I
yeah,
am
so
very
one and
excited
one.
for the Texans Patriots.
Same.
yeah, it
I
should be
uh
great.
I was looking at the under for that game because I do think defenses are just going to be
Only have
awesome.
40.
But that's why I'm like, it's so low. It's so low that the over starts looking good in that one, or you just leave it alone altogether. So that's why I didn't end
Yeah,
up
Stroud
going with that
Stroud
pick.
looked terrible. Stroud
It's
looked god awful.
the offense doesn't make sense, and
no,
I
And
want to
Nico's
see the
out.
Patriots win that game. I don't want I
yeah,
know Texans are great, their defense, but offense is so bad. I don't want that making it far. Like I don't
I
want
know.
Texans fucking because Texans Bills, if that's the AFC Championship, Texans fucking eat Josh Allen up.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I do not want the Texans in fucking Super Bowl. That would absolutely piss me off. Like Texans Rams, and we get like a
It would
fucking
help me in my
17-16
our
no,
game.
fantasy.
it'd be like Texans. What Texans and the
Texans Seahawks help me.
Seahawks?
Oh,
I could
that's
I could still win our league. That's the only way I win our league. Our
oh
fantasy.
yeah. I haven't even looked.
You don't even worry about it, Matt. You're
Hey,
out.
all I know is Drake May's gonna take me there. That's all I
You got
know.
six. You got 6 players left out of your 16.
And I got six going to the Super Bowl. So yeah, definitely it felt like
That's
a little bit of
fun.
a tougher slate as far. I mean, I know Nick has
They were
some.
just
I
well,
was
all the underdogs hit or all the plus teams hit. Like they were all
yeah,
close games.
yeah. I
So
mean,
Except the
that's kind
Steelers.
of where I see this going this week too. The only one
except
that's
the
a big
Steelers is
spread.
right.
The only game that I looked at and wasn't sure is obviously
And the
that
Chargers.
Niners Seahawks game with their +7, their -7. That one I can't really get a
Yeah,
read on how it's
which is
going to
kind of
go.
crazy because of Sam Darnold's history, but
And they've played close twice. Niners
Yeah.
won one, and it was it got
The
to
Seahawks won by like
third.
10,
Yes, but that was the
but
McCaffrey
they could have scored at the
interception.
end.
They would have that flipped the game. So yeah, I just don't know how it's going to go. I think they could
Yeah.
also get blown out. So
ex- exactly.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I actually
they might have
yeah.
used up all their luck last week, the Niners on the Eagles with the
It's
defense, and
possible.
it's like this week,
At
it's
some
like
point, yeah, at some point. But
They'll just blitz Sam Darnold out the ass and just hope to God that he messes up. That's the only way they're going to win that game. They just keep blitzing him. That's it.
no, I
Yeah.
agree. So for
All right.
our
Yeah.
picks going
Some
into
of
this,
these.
if you want to lead it
Yeah.
off, Jake, you can start.
Yeah, I'll lead it off. First one we're going into the Bills game. And take James Cook over his receiving and rushing yards it's only at 96.5, which he is a very boomer bust. Last week he was bust. So my assumption is this week he's more on his
So
boom
facto.
trajectory. Yeah. That's kind of how that goes. And Josh Allen had his game last week, and I just don't see it being the same exact way as it was last week, where James Cook didn't get the ball enough against Jacksonville. And I think they'll run the ball a little bit more than they did last week with him. And I don't see why they wouldn't give him a couple more passes. Shakir had, I think, like 12 last week with Josh Allen.
Ridiculous.
And then,
He had like 10 catches.
and
It was
then,
stupid.
yeah, and then everybody else kind of sprinkled in 2 or 3. But even James Cook, he still didn't get that many touches, even in the passing game. I think they have to bring him into this game to make it even a close game. Especially with it's Denver, right? Yeah, I mean that defense is going to be coming like crazy, and they got good D backs, so we'll see. But that's where I'm leaning, and he's been doing it all year long, where he'll bust out a 200-yard game. I think he had 2 of them this year. So
Yeah, it can definitely happen. Like I think he could get to 100 on the ground because for whatever
Plus the
reason they don't.
Jags had
The,
the number 1 rushing defense. So
they didn't allow a single
mean,
person over, I think, like 80 yards all year.
yeah,
yeah.
75.
So like at
75.
one point it was like the Bills are like, all right, like a actual smart offensive coordinator is like, all right, I know we should run the ball, but we're not just going to run the ball to run the ball.
Yep.
If it's not working,
Yeah.
we're not going to run the ball.
Because they definitely tried. You
So-
could tell like they were trying, but it was getting
They
stopped
definitely
so
tried,
early.
but-
Exactly.
It's
And
just
that's why
like
Josh Allen had, I think he had like 12 attempts. I was like, I wanted his over rushing attempts in the game because you
That's
knew
it.
he was going
Remember,
to take
we
over.
talked about that.
Yeah. And
I liked his
he's
rushing
gonna have
yards.
to take over. At some point he takes over, and that was the game he takes over. Denver game, we'll see how it goes. Just James Cook, it's the only way I see them winning this week is if that guy is part of the offense, not just there for the whole game.
Yeah,
that's kind of how
possibly.
and so that's the first
The
one.
stars got to show up.
Yep.
They do.
And they know
Second
that.
one we're going to the Rams game. Kyren Williams, anytime touchdown, plus 130
Nice.
as of right now. He scored last week, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he scored last week.
Yeah.
I think Blake Corum also scored last week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think he did too. So
He had a long run. I don't know if he actually scored.
maybe not. But I know that's the only problem I have with it is Blake Corum the last probably like 6 weeks of the season really started to get like half the touches on offense. But Williams is still their goal line back. He comes in every single time, no matter what.
Plus, they like to throw it to some other guy. I don't know.
That as well.
Inside the 5 for sure. Absolutely. All
So I could see that being a
May have
where
him as well. So,
day.
but I don't see the Bears. It's Bears Rams.
Yeah.
Bears Rams.
yeah.
Bears Rams. I don't see Stafford not throwing 2 touchdowns to the receivers and them at least having one of the running backs run one in. I think the Bears defense is still not good. They showed up last week again where they'll just let a guy just go off. Still somehow won that game. Good for them. I think it'll be another high scoring event. Honestly, I probably should have went with the over in this game, but I just like I like Kyren getting in the end zone. Once I saw the 130 mark on it, I was like, that's too nice. Puka and Davante had worse odds. I was like, that's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
But
Davante's 120.
yeah, so but those 2 picks for me.
How do I know that? I don't know.
No, I like those.
I'll defer to you on this one, Matt.
Well, I'm of the mindset where I do think the Rams Bears game is going to be just last
Just a
with the ball.
shootout.
Yeah. So I do
So
think
it doesn't
Kyren
matter
gets
even
one.
if we have multiple of them.
Prefer it if it's the right game script. If that's what we're anticipating.
And
Probably
multiple
get
touchdowns. And
probably
someone's
get
got to
better
score.
odds picking multiple touchdowns in the same game too.
Probably could
I'm
have went with
sure.
a tight
No, I
end.
mean I like that as well.
Honestly, could have went with a tight end touchdown in this game because the amount
Yeah,
of
the way
times he
that
goes and
the
it's
ball he threw
crazy.
to Higby, or was it Parkinson's or Higby? The game winner was wild. The back shoulder.
Parkinson, yeah. That was
Parkinson.
disgusting.
He had no reason catching that ball either. A tight end of his nature,
No.
no reason catching that
Had
ball.
no
Best
business scoring.
entire life.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
their offense is a wagon when it's going good. But I just see
Yeah, I mean, let's
there's
put
a
in
world
Kyren
where the
Williams.
Denver
96 is a
defense,
lot.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
There's a
96 is a
world where
lot,
the
and they
Broncos
could.
defense does stop them. That's why I'm like,
The Broncos they do have a good defense,
Broncos
yeah.
defense looked
and
like
Josh
they were
Smith
getting got though at the end of the season.
No, I agree. I
possibly.
agree.
Josh could
And
always.
some time off.
Yeah, I mean,
Time off for a team that has no idea what they're actually getting into. And didn't they play last year? And who
It
won this
was a
game?
blowout last year, yeah.
Blowout.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
oh
Blowout.
It's on
yeah.
the
Hey,
board.
I may be talking about it. I may be talking about it.
Yeah.
If you just looked at our, script, but it's all
Yeah, if you
right.
just look at our Google Doc, but it's fine. I mean, we
You just
can.
have both of the same games as I took, but it's okay. I mean,
There's
I
only
think
so
I'm
many
in.
games.
we
I'm
had
in.
plenty things. All right.
Yeah, but that's what. So we're going with Kyren Williams, and since you've alluded
All
to
right, we'll
it,
take Kyren.
Nick, you can go into your picks. Give
Yeah.
us your insight on these
Yeah, I
games.
mean, well, we'll talk about we'll talk we'll stay in the Rams game. I'm kind of doing the ipso facto kind of approach on this one. Davante Adams, anytime touchdown. He didn't score last week. He didn't have a good game last week, so he should have a good one this week. No, but
I like
the
it.
Bears defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Four different Packers wide receivers scored a touchdown last week. Four. All in the first half too, I think. No, one of there was another
Golden
one in the
was
second
late.
half. Anyways, yeah, Golden was later. Which how they didn't win
All
when
year.
they scored a touchdown to go up 10 at 5 minutes left to go in the
6.
game is crazy to me. 6 minutes, whatever it was. But I'm expecting Davante to have a big bounce back game. It feels like he was kind of just getting back into it. He missed like the last 3 weeks or whatever from the hamstring. He wasn't himself the whole time. He took a couple big hits in the game, possibly had a concussion, was out. It was a massive hit. Shouldn't have been called a penalty.
Came back.
He came back and he made a couple of good catches later on. But I think, if we see the Davante we've seen him all season, he's going to get a touchdown inside the 5.
Yeah. Oh, you
Like, he's
at least going to get a chance.
an
I'll say
opportunity.
he's definitely
Yeah.
he'll get a couple.
They're
of
going to give him an
targets.
He'll get
opportunity
a couple of
because
targets
they think
down
that
there.
is they see that as like the safest thing they can do down there. One on one, let's give it to Davante. Like worst things
Yeah.
we do is we're second and goal. Like they're 100% going to just give it the ball to Davante.
I agree.
And
That's the first one.
And Kyren,
I
absolutely.
know we talked about that one a little bit. And then the second one, they did play last year, and I think it's going to be the same result. It's a different stadium. They're playing at the Broncos, but I think it's going to be a different result. I got the Bills, and I'll take the plus 1.5. Bills plus 1.5 against Broncos. I mean, they beat them 31-7 last year.
That's crazy.
Ass with them.
it's the playoffs. It's a different animal.
Yeah, it is. And, I do expect it to be a little bit different. I don't expect it to be 31-7, but I do expect the Bills to win. So, I mean, you could take them out, right? But I might as well just take them with the plus 1.5 because I'm getting it, right? I don't think Bo Nix is that good. They've played in a lot of close games this year, and they played down to their competition. Yes, they played up as well. They've won a lot of games. But it was a lot of like games that happened in the last couple minutes that like they just shouldn't have won those games.
They got
I
lucky on a
don't
lot
think
of
they're
games.
that good. They have.
But you need it.
I mean,
You need
it is a
That's
skill
why they
to
got
win
the
one
one seed.
possession games,
They got the 1 seed because they got lucky.
and they are the 1 seed,
4
but
5 games.
they're
And
not. I don't think they're the ones. I mean, you're going
the 1 seed because they're the best
player
team.
to player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think they are the best team.
I think what
Yeah.
they've
No,
done
I
in
agree.
a lot of these games is similar to the Eagles game, where their defense not only keeps them in it, just absolutely shuts a team down and gives them
Yeah.
multiple chances to then get rolling. they're not like having games where they're down a score and they have to go answer, and they win. They're winning when the defense just pitches a shutout in a half. Like they just plays
They
lights out.
what they've done all year is it's been a great defensive game. It's been a one score game, and then Bo Nix has done nothing all game, and then the last drive of the game down scores.
He played good in the fourth quarter.
Scoring,
Yeah.
But I don't think you can do that against this Bills team. Like if you you're gonna I don't think they're gonna shut out the Bills.
You don't want to
Josh
get
Allen in the playoffs
match with Josh Allen.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that is the last thing you want to do is just say, hey, we're just going to put up a bunch of points today and see what we can outscore you.
Is Bo Nix Patrick Mahomes? Is he Joe Burrow? No, he's not losing to Josh Allen. I just don't think Josh Allen. Those are the only two guys he loses to, unless like that Broncos D just absolutely fucks him up.
Yeah,
but I just don't see him losing. I mean, we said it earlier. This the Bills. This is the best case scenario for Josh Allen. You don't have any of the big
anybody.
Guys. You are leaps and bounds the best
yeah,
quarterback.
Yeah.
Like you got Drake May, but Drake May has a tough matchup. You may not even see Drake May. I mean, that's the best. That Texans defense is insane.
I think he wants to see Drake May. I don't think he wants to see the Texans. But I think
he wants to see the
Texans. Well, I was just talking about like the best quarterback.
Oh no, in Houston.
Like he is leaps and bounds the best quarterback other than Drake May. But Drake May still isn't as good as Josh Allen. I don't think anyone can say that.
Well,
even though
they didn't look all that great last week. The Patriots, their defense looked amazing, but their offense looked like mediocre at best. So
the Chargers should have I
don't know what
been
happened.
out to like a 20-point lead.
Yeah, it was. They just didn't execute. And
Herbert just did what Herbert does. He just
100%.
He's like, you're playing bad. I'm going to play worse.
You get a pick at the 5-yard line.
It's
you get a pick at the 5-yard line. You don't score. I mean,
I feel like he could have fallen down and got 5 yards and fell into the end zone. It's like you can't just you and one lineman just. I mean, you saw Josh Allen do a tush push for 10 yards.
There's a reason they fired their OC as well, though. I mean,
No, they absolutely should have.
No, I like those two.
So what do you guys like? We got some great games this weekend. So
honestly,
I like all the things that were taken.
I think I like the Bills winning that game.
Yeah, that's how I see the game going.
I mean, I do like the Davante Adams because they are going to give up points. That Bears defense, it's a given. Do you know what the weather's like in that game?
A ton of points.
I don't, but it's probably going to be windy like last week. But it's still teams still.
I mean, they all went crazy last week, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Sometimes.
And that probably helps the short. Probably doesn't help the short touchdown, but no.
The short touchdowns are the short. I mean, wind's never going to affect a 5-yard pass.
Stafford does have a little thingy issue, so.
Yeah, they really tried to play that up in the Panthers game. Not that he was playing bad. It's like, he stubbed his. I was 100%. Like, Jesus, the excuses. That was crazy.
Should have saw what Josh Allen was dealing with. It looked like he couldn't even walk half the time I saw him.
That Jags game, I will give the Jags defense and the Jags so much credit. Dude, they put a beating on Josh.
They looked for parts of the game. The Jags looked better.
Physical.
I was like, they're not the Bills. 100%. But Josh was just 100%. The difference. And the level difference between him and Trevor was the difference in that game.
Yeah. He just was able to do it one more time.
That's a good. The Jags seems very good.
No, they're good. Cohen's got them. I don't know what he did with Trevor this year, but Trevor had a great little stretch there at the end of the season, and stuff didn't end the way it did for him. But
Cohen's a dog.
He had a good season.
Yeah,
they all did. It was a good year. It was a good year for the Jags.
Yeah. So I'm definitely.
What do you got?
I'm leaning Bills. Yeah. So we're taking the Bills plus 1.5.
Take the Bills.
And staying in that game.
Bills plus, give me the money.
There we go. I'm going to be staying in that game for my first pick.
We went 3 in the same game.
Oh, yeah. So
these are your best bets. What are you going to do sometimes?
This is what I like.
I didn't like the other ones, and
I could have went with another quarterback because I just like this prop in general for the playoffs. But for my first pick, I went with Bo Nix over 23.5 rushing yards. He hit this in his final 2 games where they were kind of really struggling offensively, but they needed the win. So he just kind of he doubled his carries in the last 2 weeks. So I feel like in the playoffs, a lot of pressure, gonna have a little bit more of tunnel vision. He's gonna feel the pressure and take off more just to
Yeah.
get some momentum, some groove going. And the Bills
Doesn't want to
defense
mess
aren't
up.
world beaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw
He's going to
Trevor
try to do
do
it so
it.
he doesn't mess up. Yeah.
Yeah. And Trevor did it last week where he got a couple big chunk runs against the Bills. I just think that that's how their defense is. And they're really good against the pass, the Bills defense. So there's going to be plays where guys are covered. He's going to have to take off. And I see he's going to be going up against Josh Allen. He's going to see Josh Allen doing the same exact thing.
You see him doing Superman stuff. He's like,
So
I
he's
can
got to
at least
he knows he's got
compete
to
with that.
step up his game. So it's all going to be out on the line. He's going to be taking as many yards as he can get. He's going to take them and just not be the reason they lose. So if it's between throwing a tight window or him getting 5 yards on the ground, he's going to be
He's
tucking
taking
the ball
5.
this game. So
Yeah.
I like this prop a lot for the rushing.
Yeah,
I like
especially because of
quarterback
last
rushing
year.
props a lot in the playoffs anyway because you got to have it.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say quarterback rushing in the playoffs is I mean, everyone starts to. I mean,
If
it's
you
literally
can
just
run,
like
yeah.
get
Yeah,
10
if you
yards,
can.
like get the first down, like
Dude, even Drake
no
May
matter
last
what.
week, he had his career high
Oh,
rushing at
yeah.
66 yards or whatever. It's
Well,
like these guys.
he was my favorite bet. He was the first bet I went to look for tonight, and then for tonight, and then I saw it was like 36 and a half. I was like, all right, that's low.
That's
They know.
Josh
They
Allen
know.
rushing yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's crazy.
but no, I mean, I usually like it. I don't like Bo Nix, but I mean, I like the
Well,
prop usually.
I don't think Bo Nix is that great of a passer, so I think it's gonna be a lot of just tucking and running. I think they're gonna. I mean, they might even call runs for him to just get
I
him
could I
involved
could
in
see
the
them
game.
doing that though, but they're gonna. I think because of the way the game went last year, and they just ended up getting just destroyed
Yeah,
after they started the game off with like a 50-yard touchdown bomb,
yeah.
and then they didn't score the rest of the game. And I think exactly like that, you want to start moving the chains and keep the ball and move the ball, not just throw incompletions or run the ball for no gain. Like
Exactly. And keep the
the
clock
safe
running.
play sometimes
Ball
is not
control.
to throw the ball. It's to run the ball as a quarterback because you know tight windows, interceptions, tip passes, an interception in a game against the Bills right now, that could lose you the
It'll
game.
ruin you, yeah, because it's
So
yeah,
he
you
might do it
don't.
at the end of the game. Fourth
Yeah,
quarter, start throwing the ball if you're down or whatever. But early on, he's going to do his best to make sure that, all right, just run, and not screw something up. So, and Sean Payton's been calling a pretty good season for him, which is not really a surprise. It's great
that's his
OC.
thing.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I like that. What's your next one?
That was the first one. Second one, we are going with Jaxon Smith-Njigba over 95.5 receiving yards. He's missed this in his last 2 games, but all year he has never missed it 3 straight games.
I know.
So if so facto, he's going to be
He's
hitting
gonna-
this
Love
line
me a
quite
facto
easily.
bet. Love me
Oh,
a
yeah.
facto bet.
And he just played the Niners and he missed it by 12 yards. And Darnold missed him on a comeback late in that game where he would have easily got it. So I
Mhm.
think this is a game where the targets are going to be there. It's like, can he get to 7 catches? I think he probably gets 12, 13 targets. So we just need him and Darnold to be on the same page this game. The Niners have been just doing it all year with the injuries. I think this is a game. They've played 2 close games against Seattle. So I feel we're supposed to think it's going to be that way. But none of those games, the offenses have exploded. I think at the very least, Seattle's offense is going to really move the ball in this game. Even if it doesn't translate to points, I think the yards are going to be there. Where like they're just moving the ball at will, kind of that bend don't break. So Jaxon Smith-Njigba, he's your best receiver, he's your best player. Got to get him the ball as much as possible. So I just see him cruising in this game.
There's an easy reason this will happen because Eagles just played the 49ers and we couldn't do shit on them. And we're going to watch Seattle.
Another team to absolutely destroy them. Like, this is how you're supposed to get a team.
This defense, like no other.
And show everyone,
like,
the Eagles really just weren't that good.
Know exactly. Yeah. I know exactly how it's going to feel and how we're going to watch this team. And we're going to send a text to each other like, why couldn't we do this? And you're just going to see it all over Twitter. And you're going to be like, look at this route. I mean, why couldn't AJ do this? Why couldn't Davante do this? Why couldn't this guy do this?
Dude,
and I don't think they're going to have 40-mile-per-hour winds like we had in our game.
Yeah, throwing go balls and 4-mile-an-hour winds. That's Tom Brady loved
Very
that.
smart.
Tom Brady thought that was crazy. He talked about it the whole time, and it's like you'll see the Seahawks. They make JSN run like 15-yard whip routes. Like they're
They
making
do.
him. He gets
They
so
got
much
him running all types of
separation.
things.
It's
And
like
Sam
But
Darnold
this
watching.
is
also
a
has a
this is
cannon,
like
so
Puka
he can come
Nakua.
throw some different
It's very
balls.
similar. It's similar to Puka for sure. Where like, he's just
They're
gonna be open and he's
they're
gonna
they're
get the
going to
targets.
him.
Yes,
They're
It
that's how
throwing
this
works.
to
feels.
He's
JSN.
better. He is better than every DB on that team. He will route them up.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
chance they're
This is
going
a
to
great
just
matchup for him.
blanket him. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
Seattle's been running the ball really well lately too. So
Kenneth
like I think
Walker's a
that's what San
dog,
Fran
dude.
needs to worry about.
This is the most healthy Kenneth Walker's been. It's probably why they use Charbonnet so much to just
Don't
get
you
this
worry.
dude to the
Don't you worry.
playoffs.
Kenny Walker will have a 40-yard run and get tackled at the 2-yard line.
And then
And
Charbonnet's going to get that
Charbonnet.
touchdown. You bet.
He
You bet
will.
your ass. Trust
like
me.
clockwork.
I will find that running back in fantasy football. I always do. I found it with Gibbs year one, and I found it with Kenneth Walker this year.
Absolutely brutal.
Absolutely brutal. But
When
it
you're
wasn't
watching-
even Montgomery with Gibbs. It was
Yeah.
That other dude.
Oh, James
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams. He had like 20
Jamal
touchdowns
Williams
that
had
year.
15 touchdowns.
And it was crazy
All because
because
of Gibbs.
in both of those cases, Gibbs and Walker are clearly the more talented, better player. That just for
So
whatever
the other
reason are
guy is just like-
So much so.
sharing carries. It's like, what are we doing? Yeah, I agree.
Don't get
That
tired.
is-
That's what happens when you get tired going down to the goal line. You got to come out. You need to play. Well, we're going to run the ball this next
Like it-
play. Sorry.
Like the funniest thing was, it was like a couple weeks ago when Kenneth Walker he made like 10 guys miss on the play.
yeah.
And it was just a disgusting boom, 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 couple broken tackles, boom. But literally got down at the 2-yard line. And he just looks up like, oh, fuck, here comes Charbonnet. Boom, easy touchdown. And I'm over here. It was like one of the biggest games. Like I needed Kenny Walker. Nope.
That's why you got to start them both.
But
That's the
anyways,
only move.
Yeah.
not to
I
get
do-
off track, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
love
do too.
Jason on this one.
Yeah, I like Jason. I've liked him all year long.
I'm going Jason.
So, and I think we bet. I'm pretty sure I picked him on one of the weeks that he didn't hit his overs.
You picked
so,
him for
it was-
this game.
I was
It was
gonna say,
against
the
last
it was
time they
against the
played.
Niners.
Ipso facto,
Yeah.
he's got to hit this
We're running
time.
the ipso facto.
Yeah, it's ipso facto full 3-leg parlay is what it seems like. So our 3, we got JSN over 95.5, then Bills
Kyren
plus
Williams.
1.5,
Mhm.
and then Kyren Williams anytime touchdown. Nice. I like that a lot.
I love it. What game don't we have? And we're not touching that. Yeah, that Texans game.
It
Tough-
just
don't know
gets
what
Tough
so
to pick an
ugly.
offensive guy on that.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
with
Or-
that team.
The sacks,
I don't know what's
maybe,
going to
or-
happen.
Yeah, outside.
It could
both
be a
teams,
blowout.
Both quarterbacks
It could-
don't look good.
Yeah,
It could. If the Patriots score 20 points, they're going to win. Like I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
But-
it's
maybe they don't.
and maybe,
maybe
but
something happened last
if
week
the,
that the Houston or that they're going to see him about. Oh, we're just going to attack that. I mean, I'm going to blitz Drake May.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe they could
until
get
he
a
can't.
defensive score. They could get some strip sacks if he's loose with the ball again. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't. You're not having 3 turnovers against this Texans team. Good luck.
yeah, no shot. That's why. Yeah, it's just a
But
stay away game.
him being
It could
able to
just be
run,
another
and
game.
like Rodgers not being able to run, he was just
Kills him.
that was a sitting
Yeah.
duck back
Yeah.
there.
Drake May's a big
I
boy.
mean, you got to be able to move.
Yeah,
You got to move
So
fast
then
because
those-
those boys are coming
Yeah.
fast, and they are
They're
strong,
so
and they will
good.
go right through your left tackle and right tackle like they were not even there.
no, yeah,
That was
but-
tough.
Mika
man.
knew what he was doing.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's a weird game for sure. But now we'll
I'm
be
glad they're
moving
staying
on
away
over
from
to
it.
the national championship happening Monday, and obviously it's Indiana versus Miami. So basically, how we'll handle this, you guys can just kind of give me what you think is going to happen in this game. Not necessarily a parlay, but more just your favorite pick or where you're leaning in this game. And Nick, you can start this off.
Oh no, go Jake. Go
Hey,
Jake. You've
That works too.
you've been on this team since day one.
That's
So,
true.
Day
It is
one,
funny
day
to
one,
hear
since,
that-
Your
day
team is
one
in.
since last
We'll give it-
year.
It
Once
is
this
funny.
we'll
man
give
took
it.
that
We'll give it to
job.
Jake.
Okay,
He's been an Indiana fan for 2 years now.
it's been it's been a crazy ride. The fact that we have any type of connection to this Indiana team, for just me going to school for 1 year at some random fucking school in Pennsylvania, and this guy just so happened to be the head coach there. He's got this team just going on all fucking cylinders. To have your guy win a Heisman Trophy from Indiana in the Big Ten when you weren't anything, after last year's little Cinderella story that nobody thought was going to be a repeat thing where they just kind of got a lucky little schedule and got a couple good breaks, and they do it all over again, and they're the first team to ever possibly go 16-0. It's surprising to say the least, but they're just better.
Yeah.
Their offenses have been better. Their defense has been better. They
so
just got
dominant.
Oh, they're a machine.
And there's good reason. I think I was seeing guys talk about their ages, and their average age, I think, is like 23 and a half.
Most of the kids have 4 years of college football experience.
These are all grown men have been doing it a little bit differently, and they're sprinkled in terms of like star wise, like 2 to 3 to 4 stars that maybe coming out of high school they were, but you put 4 or 5 years together of just being in a college football programs, you're going to get bigger, faster, stronger, and you're going to be almost at your peak around 23, 24. You're supposed to be in the NFL. These guys aren't supposed to be in college still. So it's just crazy. What I'm going with in this game, though, I'm not taking Indiana money line. I'm not taking Indiana points. I'm just going to go with the over. It's at 47.5. Indiana's offense has done so much this year that I don't see the national championship game being the game that they don't do it again. If it was going to happen, it would have happened last week against Oregon or the week before that. Like, it would have already happened. It would have sputtered, and the season would have been over. And about that, it was a fluke. The offense wasn't actually that great. No, it is that great. They're so freaking efficient, and Mendoza. It doesn't seem like the ball drops to the ground sometimes.
Yeah,
he's playing routes in air.
And then you got Miami. I've been playing pretty good freaking football the last couple weeks. So they got the lucky nod to get in somehow, and they've made their way all the way to the Natty and
home national championship.
A home national championship. They're going to have to put up some type of points. You almost feel like just because they're home. It is Carson Beck, though, and everybody's just waiting for it to fall where he just looks like doo-doo. But then again, I still see Indiana scoring like 35, 40 points in this game anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And Miami's I think they're going to probably stay close a little bit. I think they should still, hit 21, 24 points just because it's got to be somewhat competitive. But I don't really remember the last time, like score-wise. I should have probably looked at the national championship games last couple of years.
Well, that's one of my things is there hasn't been last year's ended up being kind of close, but it wasn't really close the whole game. There hasn't been a close national championship game in some time.
Really?
You got Michigan blew out.
Was it Washington?
Who they play? Blew out Washington. TCU got their asses blown out. Last year, Ohio State was up by like 20-something points like the whole game. And then they came back and made it a game. They never tied it, but
yeah.
It's been blowouts in the national championship.
So if that's the case, I love the over even more so for this because that means somebody's going to be putting up points, and I have a hard time believing it's going to be Miami putting up 35 against this Indiana defense. But I can see them putting up 20-something. I mean, they're still a very big and they're a good team. You don't get here for no reason, and they beat an SEC school. Like, they played hard defense.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so that's my pick. Still hope Indiana wins. Sig, really hope he wins this one. It'd be really cool to see that happen and something different than we definitely never would have expected. And this is, if he does win it, I think he changes college football forever. I think he already has. I think this 100%. Year kind of I think he already did kind of change college football just this year alone. So hopefully it's a great game for him. Historic ending for him would be amazing.
No, that would be it would cap off one of the best seasons. And like you say, it's changing things. Like you got guys like Dante Moore wanting to come back and really like because you're getting paid enough to
Yeah.
make it
To
make
do it.
sense.
Yeah.
So you might see older teams now in college just get that experience, get that reps because not just are they old, they are so fundamentally sound and disciplined that the team just everyone does their job. They don't ever look confused or lost. They're waiting to be allowed to run their plays. Like they are already like lined up, ready to go. Like they're just very crisp and it just looks flawless. So they've looked awesome, and that's actually why like my favorite bet in this game is actually Miami under 17 and a half points
Mm.
because I think they
Okay.
can get to 17. I don't think that that's like that's where I'm slotting them. And then I just think Indiana's going to blow them out for the rest. Like I think it could be 30 to 17,
Yeah.
35-17. Like to me that's where I see them. I just
Well,
can't see Miami getting to
if
20.
Indiana's still as efficient as they've been, and they get out to a couple scores,
It's not the
you take
Miami game we want.
Miami.
Yeah.
That's not Miami's game. Miami's game is close game, or at
Yep.
least with the lead, run the ball, pound the ball, keep running it, and then you got a couple throws here and there. But they don't want to be spreading it out, throwing the ball 40 times if that's what Indiana's going to do.
Oh no. The less you can have to rely on Beck, the better. Because
Right.
Indiana's defense is legit, just like everyone talks about Miami's
Oh,
defense.
and
Indiana's
Pons is going to
defense
be
gets turnovers.
following Tony. Pons is following Tony all game long, so that'll be a
Yeah,
cool matchup to see how those guys play against each other.
yeah, I do like
That'll be
that
good.
too. No, that's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love that pick. I love the over, and I love Indiana, and I'll take whatever points we got with it. I
Yeah,
mean, I've never been so won over by a quarterback. I don't think. Like earlier this year, like watching Mendoza, hearing him, this guy's a big dork. He's a big
yeah.
doofus. Like, and then I'm like, oh, the guy, he just runs funny. Like everything I thought was just goofy and everything.
No
And then you
swag.
see
He's
him,
got no swag on the
nothing,
field either. He's
nothing,
got no armbands, no nothing. He's just
no.
bare arms.
But everyone all year is like, oh, he's good. And then all of a sudden you start watching him, and then you really watch him every game, and it's like, well, he throws a pretty good ball. And then you're like,
Yeah.
well, he throws a really good ball. And then you see him against Alabama, and you see him against Oregon.
Three
He
incompletions.
doesn't have a bad throw.
No,
Like some of those throws that he made in this Oregon game, I was like, my mouth was literally dropped to the floor. Like he made a throw to Cooper on the touchdown, like to the pylon or something like that.
Oh yeah,
And it was
absolute dirty.
it was I mean, the cornerback was like there was like nowhere to throw the ball, and he put it right here. And it was like on
yeah,
the perfect spot, the only spot he could touch. I mean, it was and he did that time after time after time. And I mean, I think
Yeah,
he is one of the best
he's on a
quarterbacks.
different level. He's on a different level right now,
and he's
I can't wait to
playing
see
and
him
he's
in the
super
NFL.
confident.
and it's
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
efficient. And he's so
he's so
like it's
smart.
such an efficient offense too. He's not even throwing the ball more than 30 times sometimes. Like he's going like 18 to 22 or 18 to 21, and he's
that's
throwing
all I
for
need.
250 yards and 3 touchdowns, 4
They're going to
touchdowns. It's
run the
like,
ball on first and second down. He's going to throw the ball for a first down, and they're going to keep it going, and they're going to move it, and they're going to score a
yeah,
touchdown. Like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's automatic. They're
Miami's
very
not winning it. Miami's not winning a low scoring game. Like this
yeah,
team is this
no.
Indiana offense is humming way too much,
Yeah.
yeah. I
way too
agree.
much. It is so impressive. Like because what you said earlier, it was like, all right, well, last year this Indiana team they had terrible schedule, all this stuff. All right, they went up to Ohio State. They didn't have enough talent. Their special teams got dogged. They couldn't do it. They went to Notre Dame. Didn't have enough talent. They weren't deep enough. They couldn't do it. So it was like, all right, this year maybe they're not as good. Then they went and beat Oregon. All right, that's pretty cool. Penn State wasn't as Penn State this year, so it was like still we didn't really know. Maybe they just
Yeah,
had one good game. We still bought in. Then they played Alabama. I don't know if you saw a lot of those college game day guys. They all picked Alabama
All of them picked out them
oh, I'm
except for
sure.
Pat.
except Pat. But Pat's an IU guy. He's in Indiana.
He
Indiana.
has to.
So it was like, all right. So no one still didn't believe in the number one team in the nation. beat the fuck out of them. I didn't believe in them last week. I was like, beating Oregon twice, I don't see it happening. That was a
Kicked
dog
their
walk.
Yeah, it was
ass.
never close. Yeah, never
Fucking
the
made the dude
first
fucking
play.
Dan Lanning cry
That was
practically.
a dog walk. And don't you fret. Oregon a week before beat the shit out of Texas Tech.
Oh
Texas
yeah.
Tech was a good team. Like, I mean, they shut them out. So it's like this Indiana team, they haven't just beat teams. They are 15-0 for a reason.
Yeah.
No,
The
And
it'll be
highest
one of
Miami,
point
the
yes, they're the
highest
number
point
10th ranked team.
differential of all time.
really. Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say it's probably gonna
stupid.
end up if they finish it off the way
23 and a
they've been
half.
going, it'll be one of the best
Is
seasons.
23
I
and a
don't know
half is
why
their
they
margin of
won't.
victory. It's great.
And you got to
Yeah.
think of Miami has played an extra game, right? Like
Yeah.
they
Well,
played that first round. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
but they didn't play in a
they
Carolina.
got to
championship.
be. That's true. All right.
So they had time
Gotcha.
off anyway.
Yeah.
But
And
they all had time
they
off.
get
Everybody
2
had
weeks
like 2.5,
off
3 weeks off
every
anyway
fucking
before
week.
this thing started anyway. So,
Yeah, it's insane.
But yeah, I don't see in Miami having a shot at this. I
are you
really
going
don't.
points or are you going money line?
No money line like -300.
Yeah, I think
Is it
it's
really?
minus eight and
Dude,
a half right
it's
now.
-8.5 right now.
It
Dude.
opened at like -6.5, -7. Yeah, it's just climbed.
They're gonna win by double digits.
It seems
Could
that
be a
way.
historic. Could be historic for Miami. Could be.
It could. I mean, I just
I
and
don't.
I
I don't
haven't
see how they do it. I think they do it.
I've
The
been
only way they
against
do it
Miami
is
this whole
Same.
postseason run. So, I mean, yes, they could do it. I guess. I just don't see this Indiana team stopping at this point.
I don't either. With
well.
this new
Sig,
system, if it was just the Big Ten playoff and then the Natty, a little different. The fact that I've gotten 2 games against like high quality opponents and they've just
you
beat the
start to
shit out
say,
of them.
okay, this guy might be. This team might be on.
Yeah.
Sig calls a very good offense. He does not like to waste plays. He's doing them with purposes, and they run a lot of the same looks, which helps your offense so much when the defense has seen the same exact look 3 times on your last drive, and like, okay, well, they ran all these different looks at it. They ran all these different plays at the same exact look. What are we supposed to keep? You
Yeah.
can't. So
When you're not predictable,
he's very good with it. He calls a great game. So I expect it all to happen again, and I'll still be betting. I'll probably bet on money line just to have that, to get the points and all that. But sometimes it's just go
he's a psycho.
Yeah, he is, and I love it. Hopefully, I really
He's
do
a
hope he
psycho.
wins, and he gets to be even more, like outspoken about
Oh well,
winning it
yeah.
all
Once you
because
become now, he's verified. Like it's
but
validated.
like after the game, like even
Yeah.
after the last couple, he's even been saying he's like still one more, and it's always got to get the next one. It's always the next one. There's finally not a next one for him to have to like get his players to
Yeah.
calm back down. We're still Indiana football. Like nobody thinks we're supposed to be here. So it's like you can't get all high and mighty. If you win it, once you win it, it's like he'll finally be able to
It's the
go.
coolest. It's the coolest story, and it's like one of the best. I mean, this is one of the best coaching jobs of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. I mean, they were literally like
in any sport
games for 30 years. Yeah, any sport.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy literally came in. The program was nothing.
The least winning program
Nothing.
of all time. The least winning program in college football history.
It's the coolest.
They had the least
thing
amount of wins.
ever.
Their winning percentage is the worst. And they fucking.
He's not
It's
going to leave
crazy.
Indiana to go to like he wouldn't. I don't think he would leave Indiana to go to another job.
No, with the
No, there's
portal
nowhere to
now,
go
and you
now.
guys saw Mark Cuban is an Indiana guy. He's giving them a shit ton of NIL money.
This upcoming year. Yeah.
Once you have the
They're
financial
They're
backing
the
and the
number
proof,
one portal team.
yeah, it's similar
They've
to
gotten
when
everybody.
They're
when
gonna start doing all
Bama,
the other crap.
yeah, when Bama like originally won their first natty with Saban, how everyone just started going there. Indiana's kind of building a program to where they're going to be the team that like the 5 stars do start going to, and
Oh
the
no,
big
they're
transfer
gonna.
guys.
I think they're gonna do that. Yeah, they're gonna get their 5 stars that way.
But they
I think
want
he's
the
just gonna keep.
experience.
I think he's gonna keep retooling. I think he's gonna go ahead and say, "Give me the top transfers in the portal who are 2 to 3 to 4 year starters who are getting another year, and have some type of a dog in them, knowing that it's like your last shot. Like this is your last shot. If you don't buy into this team and do your job, you don't go to the next level."
Yeah.
And it's like,
There's going to be a new big, like, couple big dogs like on campus now. Like it used to be Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, because you know what? They were doing NIL when it wasn't legal.
exactly.
Now it's legal. And the
You're
teams
starting
that
to see
have the money,
Yeah, you're
it's
starting to
going
see
away.
level playing
Like,
field. Yeah,
like
because
Texas
money.
Tech,
Everybody's
Texas Tech
got
will be
money.
there. Texas Tech
exactly.
will win the Big 12 or at least be in the dance every year from here
Yeah.
on out. They have that much money. Indiana, I guess you hear it on Pat's show, they got the most alumni in the,
Oh, they
in
have the
the, in the
most
world.
alumni. Yeah, yeah, most like billionaire alumni or something like
That's
that,
Yeah.
crazy.
or millionaire alumni. Yeah,
So I mean, they're gonna have money. So it's just cool because like who the hell would have ever expected Indiana a year ago to ever be this? So like, what's
with
the
some
next person to
with
do?
some
Like that's what
with
I'm
some
like. It's super cool.
60-year-old head coach who was coming from JMU, who everybody thought was just a weirdo after he, starts going crazy on the sidelines that first year, and even having, what was it? That was Will Howard, Ohio State last year, the whole Google me or whatever, or like
Yeah,
doing the SIG and like,
yeah,
stepping on it and stuff like that, and making it kind of seem like, you're not some, big high and mighty coach. Like this is like Ohio State is a school, Indiana is nothing. It's like this year, so much more proves like, hey, it isn't just these big dogs anymore.
yeah.
You're not going to beat me with 5 star roster, but they're freshmen and sophomores. I got guys who are 3 to 4 stars who are 3 years older than them and just have natural strength better than them and more experience. I mean, how many better players are in the NFL because they had so much experience in college? A lot of them. It's like it helps. So, should be a great game.
Yeah,
Let's go
I'm
Indiana.
excited
Oh yeah.
for it.
Let's go Hoosiers. Big Ten.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't really matter.
Representing.
Big Ten wins. Big Ten can only it just makes the Big Ten even harder. And every year they say, "Oh, it's SEC." Then I have to start saying, well, "Shit, guys, Big Ten's a freaking a wagon."
They are a wagon right now.
I
Absolutely.
think they've already said it. I mean,
Michigan, Ohio
you
State,
can't just be an
Indiana.
SEC team. You
For
can't just
sure.
be an
Years.
SEC team and have 3, 4 losses now and be like, oh well, we play in the SEC. No, 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 no.
Don't
That don't
matter.
fucking fly anymore. That don't fly anymore. Because all your teams get their ass whooped.
Yeah, they don't have the same stigma anymore. You don't have the big guys anymore. Guess what? Any of those big guys that went to you, we either got them in the transfer portal or we just got them just outright. It's like,
Yeah. No, everything's different now. It's all the parody is great. Love seeing it. Should be a good game.
yes, sir.